If you want to go from 0 to 1,000 Twitter followers as fast as possible, keep watching because I'm going to show you the 5 steps I used to go from 0 followers and 0 clue what I was doing to growing my Twitter to over 250,000 followers in under 3 years. And this 5-step framework is what I've taught over 100 clients. So the first step to growing your Twitter from 0 to 1,000 followers is arguably the most important, and it's where most creators screw up. And if you don't follow this step, then it doesn't matter how much Twitter content you put out, you're going to struggle to grow your following and get good engagement. But even if you skip this step and somehow find a way to grow your following, you still won't be able to make good money with your Twitter account, at least without resorting to selling feet pics to strangers. And you may have good looking feet, but I do not want you to resort to that. First step to growing your Twitter is to give value. And I hate when social media gurus say that, to be honest, because they tell you to just give value, bro, but never clarify what value is. It's as useful as a motivational quote you get from a fortune cookie. So I define value as helping people move away from pain and move toward a desired outcome. And to help you understand, picture this. So there are 2 islands. One island is called Pain Island. This is where your target audience is stranded. Pain Island sucks. It's hot, the people on it are starving, and worst of all, there are no European supermodels hanging out on the beach. Then there's the other island, and we're gonna call this Pleasure Island. And it sounds a bit R-rated, but we're gonna roll with it. Pleasure Island is where your target audience wants to be. They see the other people on Pleasure Island partying and having totally PG-13 fun, and they want to be there too. From now on, think of your content as the bridge between Pain Island and Pleasure Island, because when you help people get rid of their pain and help them achieve their desired outcome, you are useful. And I cannot stress this enough. There is a direct correlation between how useful you are and how much you grow on Twitter. Now, the way you become useful is to learn a skill, but not just any skill, a skill that has content market fit. Content market fit on Twitter is when your skill aligns with 2 things, your interest and market demand. So if you don't have interest in the skill, you won't enjoy making the content and you're going to give up. And then if there isn't market demand for your skill, nobody will want to consume your content or follow you. So when you pick your skill for Twitter, you want to pick one that helps other people solve their pain points and achieve their desired outcomes. And this skill should fall in one of 3 categories. Number 1 is health. So people want to improve their overall fitness and well-being. So pain points in this category could include back pain, being overweight, sleep deprivation. So you could learn the principles of weightlifting, nutrition, sleep, and create actionable content on Twitter that solves one or all of these pain points. For example, stretching techniques to reduce back pain, nutrition tips to burn fat and gain muscle, tips to improve the quality and quantity of sleep. Now, the second category is wealth. So most people are always looking for ways to make more money. So pain points in this category could include debt, making little money, struggling to grow an online business. So you could learn the principles of personal finance, investing, marketing, and create actionable content on Twitter that solves one or all of these pain points. For example, finance hacks to save money every month, educational content showing people how to invest, marketing tips on how to increase a business's conversion. Now, the third category is relationships. Humans are social creatures, so they're naturally interested in ways to improve their status, form deeper connections, and having, well, you know, more of that stuff. Pain points in this category could include low confidence, failing relationships, lack of stuff. Shout out to all the 40-year-old virgins watching this. So for example, you could create content on business leadership, how to get more dates, how to communicate with other people and be confident. By the way, you don't need to be an expert with years and years of experience for any of these categories. All you have to do is find the top 5 to 10 experts teaching that skill, study them, apply what you learn, and then create content teaching those a few steps behind you. That way, you're not pretending to be an expert, you're sharing your real world experience. So once you pick a skill with content market fit, it's time to move on to the next step. So for the second step to grow from 0 to 1,000 Twitter followers fast is to think of your Twitter like the dating app Tinder. So if you skip this step, then you're going to end up with 0 followers and 0 dates. And I don't want you to die alone, so make sure you're actually doing this, especially the 40-year-old virgin watching this. So think about it. What's the main reason people don't get dates when using dating apps? And I'll give you a hint. hint, it's not because they wear shirts like this. Whether you're trying to grow on Twitter or woo that 5'2" Latina, you need to optimize your profile. Your profile plays a huge part when someone decides whether or not to follow you on Twitter. And if you optimize the 6 parts of your Twitter profile that I'm about to show you, I guarantee you will see an increase in follower conversions. So let's start with your Twitter profile picture. This is literally the face of your brand, so you need to make sure it is a quality picture. This is crucial because of the psychological bias called the halo effect. People transfer their feelings about one attribute, their profile picture, to other attributes like your content. So by having a quality profile picture, you influence how people see the quality of your brand. So use a DSLR camera or a nice iPhone to take your picture and make sure it is from the chest up so it's very clear to see you on the timeline. And if you go the anonymous route, then use a high quality image of a face. For your Twitter bio, you need to keep it simple with what value your target audience will get from following you. You don't want to be clever, you want to be clear. So state who you help, what you talk about, the benefit for your audience, and social proof to back up your competence. If you don't have social proof, just share with them what you are working on. For example, my current Twitter bio says, I help creatives and entrepreneurs make money with social media. I've helped 150 plus clients grow their personal brand, building at Growth Goes. So for your Twitter banner, use a call to action promoting what you have to offer, or use a photo that represents the vibe of your brand. For example, my friend Dan Go's banner promotes his newsletter. For my banner, I have a picture of an old journal entry of mine that talks about the start of my Twitter journey because I like the authentic feel. For your username, keep it simple so it's professional looking and easy to remember for people. And if you are using any numbers or any underscores in your username, you should be ashamed of yourself. Just remove that stuff. Finally, you have your pinned tweet. And this is the first tweet someone sees when they visit your profile. So you want to ensure it showcases the value of your account. So I recommend making it a Twitter thread that shows your target audience step by step how to solve one of their pain points. And this is going to position you as an authority and convert more followers and land you more clients. So keep watching and I'll show you actually how to make a Twitter thread. So now that you have your Twitter profile set up, it's time for the fun part. And the third step to grow from 0 to 1,000 followers fast on Twitter is to implement the 3 content pillars. And these 3 content pillars are what I use to grow my own account to over 250,000 followers and my ghostwriting clients in various niches by hundreds of thousands of followers. But when I started, all the courses and YouTube videos I watched overcomplicated content. So after creating tens of thousands of posts for myself and my clients, I created my own content method that I call the GAP framework. And the GAP framework consists of growth content, authority content, and personal content. And when you create these 3 types of content, it bridges the gap from a stranger to a diehard fan who knows, likes, and trusts you. So the G in the GAP framework stands for growth content, and this is the content that gets people to know about you. If you're trying to grow on Twitter, especially at the start, this type of content will help a ton. Growth content consists of topics that are top of mind for people. So things like trends, current events, well-known people / companies. Since these topics are top of mind for people are much more likely to consume your content. And social media algorithms are also more prone to promote that content. For example, let's say I'm a fitness coach trying to grow on Twitter. When ChatGPT was trending, I could have created content on how to use ChatGPT to create a workout plan. So this would be an example of trends. When it's close to Christmas time, I could create content showing healthy Christmas recipes. This would be an example of current events. Or I could create content breaking down Arnold Schwarzenegger's leg workout. So this would be a well-known person. Since people in your niche have an interest in these topics, you're going to get more engagement typically. The topics get people to consume your content, but the value of your content gets them to convert to followers and buyers. And one of my old community members, Fernando, has been using this strategy a lot lately, and he has been growing like crazy. Now, the A in the GAP framework stands for authority content. And authority content is designed to position you as an authority and get people to trust you. So remember, the core of your social media should focus on helping your target audience move away from pain and move toward a desired outcome. And when you do this, people value you. and more value means more followers and more clients. And the way you deliver value is through authority content. Authority content builds trust by making yourself useful and showing your competence. And this type of content can include lessons and tips, case studies, how-to content, anything that helps people solve their problems and fulfill their desires. So think about it. Who are people more likely to buy from when they need help? One, some random person you see in an ad, or two, the person who's built a ton of trust by helping you with their free content. So monetizing your audience is like using a bank. To withdraw money from your audience, you first must deposit value and goodwill. Now, it's not enough just to create growth and authority content, because people will plagiarize your Twitter content. AI generated content will continue to flood Twitter. More creators will join Twitter and become competitors. How the hell do you stand out from the noise? Are you just fucked? Yes, just give up now. I'm kidding. Chill out. There's actually one thing no AI or person creator can compete with you on. And this one thing will determine the long-term success of your personal brand. The person behind your personal brand, aka who you are. People on social media don't just want information, they want a connection. And that's where the P in the GAP framework comes into play. Personal content. This is when you talk about things that make you unique. Your stories, your worldviews, your vulnerabilities, your deepest, darkest secrets, like the time you accidentally burned down Old Man Jenkins' farm and ruined his entire livelihood. Okay, maybe don't share those secrets. But when you create personal content, you build a deep connection with your audience, and you're not just another social media account. You're a living, breathing, and occasionally awkward human being who's as real as they get. So think of personal content like the secret sauce in your grandma's legendary spaghetti recipe. Sure, everyone can make spaghetti, but only grandma has that special something that keeps people coming back for more. That's you, the irreplaceable ingredient. Please don't make any cannibal jokes. Now, it's not enough to have good Twitter content, because you can have the best content in the world, but if nobody sees it, it's going to flop. And this is where most creators screw up, because they think posting good content is good enough, that if you just stick with it long enough, you'll somehow magically get discovered and go viral. And sure, that's the case for a small fraction of people, but if you want your personal brand to grow, you can't rely on luck. You need to take action on what's within your control. And that's why to grow from 0 to 1,000 followers on Twitter fast, we use the 4-step: traffic. Traffic is what you do to get eyes on your content. It doesn't guarantee your content will convert people to followers or clients, but it will give you the opportunity. So more traffic equals more chances to convert people into followers. So let's cover the 3 main forms of traffic. Number 1 is commenting. So this method is free, but takes the most time. So the commenting method is when you make a list of people who have the audience you want to have and make it a priority to comment on their posts. When you comment on other people's posts, this has 2 benefits. Benefit 1, it builds a relationship with the original poster. When you comment enough times, you're going to build relationships with them. Some of these people will end up following you and start to engage with your content. So more engagement equals more traffic. Then benefit 2, some of the original poster's audience will start to follow you. So since the person you're commenting already has traffic on their post, you can tap into this. So when you post an insightful or interesting comment, some of this person's audience will click on your profile and look at your content. And if they like what they see, they'll follow you. So if you're between 0 to 1,000 followers, I recommend commenting 20 times a day to get your name out there. And when commenting, do not just rephrase what the original poster said or just say good job or good point. If I see any of you doing this, I will personally fly down to where you live and slap you. Unless you're a woman, because domestic abuse is not cool. Let's not support that. Okay, but what if you don't have time to comment? Well, that's where this next form of traffic comes into play. Now, not many people know about this, but you can pay for engagement from some big accounts. And some people get their panties in a twist and say, oh, it's cheating, oh my God. And the shout out to But it's no different than paying for a commercial on a TV channel. The channel, aka the social media account, has the traffic, and you're paying to get your content in front of that traffic. Because when an account engages with your content, it shows it to a fraction of their followers. So many people will pay Twitter accounts for reposts and comments to get exposure to their audience. But Here's the thing. This does not guarantee it will convert to Twitter followers or Twitter clients. Your content still has to be good for it to convert, just like a commercial. Otherwise, it's like putting whipped cream on dog shit. Enjoy that visual in your mind. But typically, if you see a big account commenting a ton and or reposting other people's content a lot, they're more likely to sell engagement. So the price will vary depending on their audience size and the quality. But if you go this route, just make sure the account posts quality content and has good engagement. Now, the third and final form of traffic is my favorite method when starting out, and it's free, it's efficient, and compounds exponentially. It's called an engagement group. So an engagement group is when you trade engagement with other creators. And the people in your engagement group should, 1, have a similar following size to you, 2, be actively trying to grow their social media, 3, have an audience that would be interested in your content. So this works well because everyone in the group leverages each other's audiences and grow way faster than doing it alone. When one person grows their audience, the whole group benefits. So I recommend finding 5 to 10 Twitter creators to put in your group and have it so everyone posts once a day in the group. Then make it so if you post in the group, you have to engage with everybody else. So the Twitter growth strategy is pretty simple. So create growth, authority, and personal content that makes people know, like, and trust you. Then get traffic to that content. So now that you know what the Twitter growth strategy is, I'm going to show you the 2 types of content that are going to explode your follower conversions. But before I show you this, if you're getting value from this video, can you leave a like? These videos take me around 5 to 12 hours to create and cost thousands of dollars. So hitting like helps me provide more free content to everyone and grow my channel. And if you like content on social media growth, online business, then hit the subscribe button. If you don't do either of these things, that's fine too. Just know I'm going to take it super personally and resent you for the rest of my life. So the 5th step to grow from 0 to 1,000 followers fast on Twitter is to use the 2 content formats. So the first format of content you need to make is Twitter threads. If you don't know what a Twitter thread is, it's just a chain of tweets strung together. So Twitter threads are one of the best ways to convert views into followers because you're providing more in-depth value than a regular post. So the way you want to structure your threads is like this. The first thing you need to do is pick a pain point your audience has. For example, if you're a fitness coach, you might know that sleep is a huge struggle for many people. So you could create a thread on how to get 8 hours of quality sleep. The second step would be to make an outline of your Twitter thread before you fill it in. You would make a bullet point list of all the steps needed to go from the pain point of lack of sleep to getting 8 hours of quality sleep. So you could put down step 1, avoid blue light 1 hour before bed. Step 2, get 10 minutes of sunlight right after waking up. Step 3, take magnesium glycinate before bed. Step 4, stop drinking caffeine 10 hours before bed. So once you finish the bullet point list with what the tips were, you would go through each tip and answer 2 questions. Why the audience should care, how the audience can take action on that step. So let's use the first tip in the thread, for example. What's the tip? Avoid blue light 1 hour before bed. Why should the audience care? Because blue light suppresses the hormone melatonin, making it harder to fall asleep. And then how can the audience apply this tip? Avoid technology 1 hour before bed and buy a pair of blue blocking glasses. Because when the audience understands what the tip is, why it's important, and how to take action, you're creating actual useful content instead of the fluff content most Twitter creators make. Go through each tip in the thread and repeat the same process. Then at the end of your thread, put a call to action telling people to follow you for more content on whatever you talk about. So to grow from 0 to 1,000 followers fast on Twitter, you want to make 2 to 3 threads a week ideally. But it's more important to create quality threads instead of pumping out volume of low quality threads. I'm going to show you a threads hack you can use to grow your Twitter following fast, and it ties in with the second format of content, DM giveaways. A DM giveaway is when you create a free resource that's valuable to your target audience and offer it on the Twitter timeline and tell people if they want it, comment a keyword. Then an automation will send the link to the resource to everyone who commented. For example, I made a DM giveaway showing people how I helped one of my clients, Dylan Ladd, land 3K a month clients with ghostwriting. And I told people if they wanted it to comment a keyword. The keyword was moist. I told them to comment moist. But This post alone got me over 1,000 likes and a few hundred followers. And Twitter DM giveaways are one of the best ways to grow your following because you incentivize people to engage with a comment. And that engagement tells the Twitter algorithm that people are enjoying your post, so it promotes it to more people. And if your resource is actually valuable, people will view you as an authority and follow you. Some might even become clients. Crazy, I know. Here's an easy trick you can use to create DM giveaways without any extra work. Take your Twitter threads and put them in a Google Doc, or use the thread as a script for a video breakdown. Then use that as the free resource you give away. That way you're reusing what you've already made instead of spending hours creating a new resource. So when it comes to actually setting up your Twitter DM giveaways, I recommend using a tool called Tweet Hunter. Tweet Hunter is a post scheduler I've been using for around 3 years now. I am not sponsored yet, but I do love the product. So you can use this tool to schedule your posts, find viral content ideas, engage with other creators on the Twitter timeline, and a bunch of other features to help you grow on Twitter. So you can use my affiliate link in the description below to get a discount on the software. But for this video, I'm going to show you how to set up a Twitter DM giveaway with Tweet Hunter. All right, so I'm going to show you how to do an auto DM giveaway on Twitter so you can grow your following really fast. So first step is to wear a black hoodie like you're about to rob a liquor store and then do a rap battle on 8 Mile. Just kidding. Here's the first step. So as you can see, this is an auto DM I did, and it did fairly well. So it did 1.7K likes, 144 retweets, 101.4K comments. So the way these work, people comment, they get the free resource automatically sent to them. Now, when I actually write the auto DM giveaway, the first line, I target some kind of benefit that people want. So in this case, I showed people, hey, I helped Taylor Simmons scale to $40,000 a month to write tweets for a living. That's a benefit that people want. And then in the next line, I tell them how I'm going to show them this. So in this example, I show them, hey, I made a 6-page case study, but you could say I made a 2-minute video or whatever the mechanism is. And then I say, want me to DM it to you for free, ? And I do bullet point, bullet point. So number 1, like this post. Number 2, comment the word, whatever your keyword is. And then I add some scarcity to it by saying 24 hours only, or you could say only doing 500 people, whatever you want. Now, I also add a picture, and pictures work well because it adds more attention. It makes people more curious. So in this case, I showed the resource, but I blurred out the details. It makes people like, ooh, wonder what's, behind the curtain, right? That's the basics of actually structuring it. Now, what we do next is we go to Tweet Hunter, and then you're going to go to the right where it says compose. And then you're going to write, the copy for the start of the DM giveaway. And then you can insert a picture as well by clicking this little icon here. And then once that is all handled, you're going to scroll down to advanced options. You're going to click that, scroll down a little bit until you see auto DM. You're going to click that on, and you're going to click reply. Leave the other ones, don't touch those, just put reply. And this will signal to the automation, hey, if someone replies, send the DM. But if you click like, then anyone that likes it is going to get the DM. And there's going to be people that like it but don't comment, so they don't want the DM. So do not click like. And then I put the max DMs to 500. That way you're not spamming and getting your account flagged. And then you scroll down to the DM content. And this is the message that gets DM'd to the people that opted in. So you see, hey, thanks for commenting. As promised, here's the free resource. So you put whatever you want, but make sure you include the link to the resource. You do not want to not include that. So you can see here that this DM giveaway is just this thread. That's all it is. So you can see I made a whole thread about how I helped Taylor scale to 40K a month. And then I just took all of this and put it in a Google Doc, same exact thing. And that way I'm not wasting time creating a new resource. I'm just recycling what I've already created. Now, once you put it in the Google Doc or Notion Doc, whatever you want to do, by the way, you can turn this into a video too. It doesn't have to be like copy paste, or you can add more, remove more, whatever you want to do. But once you have your actual resource, you're going to go to File, you're going to go to share with others, and then you're going to go anyone with a link, viewer, you're going to copy that link, and then you are going to go to Tweet Hunter and you'll paste it in the DM that gets sent to people. So once you have that all set up, you're going to go up to here, you're going to click this button, and then you're going to click schedule for the day and time that you want. And there you have it. That's how you schedule an auto DM giveaway. Here's the action plan to go from 0 to 1,000 followers fast on Twitter. So what should you base your content around? An actionable skill you're interested in and has market demand that solves people's problems. How many times should you tweet? 3 tweets a day, one focused on growth content, one focused on authority content, one focused on personal content. You don't have to make tweets if you drop a thread on that day. Now, how many Twitter threads should you post? 1 to 3 Twitter threads a week. Do as many as you can without burning out or pumping out low quality threads. How many DM giveaways should you do? 1 DM giveaway a week so you're not spamming the DMs and getting your Twitter account flagged. What time should you post on Twitter? Okay, go to the website Follower Wonk, analyze when your followers are most active, post around those times. Alternatively, you can use Tweet Hunter to find that as well. How many times should you comment a day? 20 quality comments a day or more. Spend 10 minutes at the end of your day to respond to all the comments on your post as well. So do all of this for 1 to 3 months and you will grow from 0 to 1,000 followers on Twitter super fast. If you actually want to make money with your Twitter account, then click the video on the screen somewhere over here. But with that being said, I'm out. Peace. Have a good day. Bye.